My most popular video, how to dress a pear body shape, has reached almost 500,000 views here on my YouTube channel. And now, almost 2 years later, I am back at it again with another video as part of my body type series on how to dress a pear body shape, but this time we are going to be talking about activewear since this is super useful and, you know, everyone loves himself a good workout set. So this being said, if you are curious to see what your best styles are for activewear if you are a pear body shape, then make sure to keep on watching, and of course as always, watch until the end. Hey guys, for those of you who don't already know me, I'm Bella, a certified image consultant and fashion enthusiast. And welcome to my channel, concepthree, where I help you transform your wardrobe, your image, and your lifestyle. In today's video, I am so excited because I am a girl who loves to work out. We will be talking about the best activewear if you are a pear body shape. So before we go ahead and start, we're gonna do a little body type check to make sure that you are on the right video, because often a lot of you guys have questions on how you determine your body shape. So we're just gonna go through a few things. A pear body shape is characterized by narrow shoulders, wider hips, a well-defined waist, small, medium, or large bust, and an overall curvy figure, regardless of whether you are very skinny, regular, or even plus size. Alright, now that we have this down, it's probably more clear whether you are a pear body shape. If you have any confusion, make sure to go ahead and leave a comment and I'll do my best to get back to you. Alright, this being said, let's go ahead and get started with activewear for the pear body shape by looking at no other than our beloved sports bras. So when thinking about the best tops for activewear for this figure, you want to focus on drawing more attention to the upper half and emphasizing it a bit more because the hips are already a focal point and you want to show them off as much as you can. So in terms of necklines, my major style do's are wide necklines, narrow necklines, and then also thin to medium straps. So definitely stick to these necklines and these straps if you are a pear. These are really great options, and honestly, having this body type, you have a lot of flexibility with different cuts. Now moving on to style don'ts, one thing that I don't think it's gonna look bad obviously, but ultra narrow neckline and thicker straps. So these are definitely two things that I think don't serve you the best, but of course if you want to wear them you can still rock it. You also just have to keep in mind how you're pairing your top with your bottom. Next, moving on to colors and prints, some major do's that are really fun are tops that have very bold prints, bold colors, bold styles, and anything that is going to have a print that is large to medium. The bolder, the better. So if you're looking for, you know, any sort of colors or prints, it's definitely a good idea to go for something that will make a statement. And then for color and prints don'ts, I would definitely say if you choose simple colors or small prints, you want to make sure that you balance it out with the bottom half, maybe do a matching set. Okay, so now that we've talked about the best tops, we are going to move on to bottoms. So whether that's leggings, shorts, or skirts, there are a lot of really great options for the pear body shape. One thing to keep in mind is that if you add a lot of, you know, interest to the bottom half, you also want to add it to the top half. Alright, so now talking about leggings, one thing that you want to avoid if you are a pear is the low rise. Out of all the body types, the low rise is definitely the worst for more curvy figures such as the pear, and instead you should go for a high rise, which is always going to be beautiful because it elongates your legs, and then it also just really is flattering for anyone who has a little bit more of a curved body. And now in terms of cuts, you can go for skinny, fitted, or flared. These are all pretty standard when it comes to activewear. Just remember to keep in mind the color thing I was telling you about. If you wear any bright colors or prints on the bottom half, keep in mind this will add a lot of I guess volume to your hips and your butt. So if that's something that you want to do, then that's great, go for it. But if you want to keep a little bit more of a balanced silhouette with equal amounts of attention going to your top half and your bottom half, then definitely try to stick with more simple colors and smaller prints and patterns. So now when it comes to shorts, I'm definitely a fan of a more fitted short, especially for a Pear body shape, because this is really going to cling to your curves and your hips and show everything off. But if you also are a fan of something a little bit less tight, then you can go for a relaxed short as well. Having a Pear body shape, you really have a lot of great options. So whether you want to do fitted or relaxed, these are both really great options for you guys. Now, when thinking about skirts, I'm the type of person who loves girly pleated skirts, especially the ones you see in Alo Yoga. But to be honest, as a pair, after trying some of them on, since my hips are wider, a lot wider than my waist, my upper half, I found it to look a bit too exaggerated. So if you want to go for a flared skirt, try to go for something a little bit more normal and subdued. If something is already pleated and flared, it might be a bit too much volume for the bottom half. Not to say it will look bad, it will just look a little bit off and you might not feel comfortable. So definitely, if you are a pair, avoid ultra flared skirts and go for something a bit more of a normal flare to keep your silhouette nice and balanced. I know we don't really think about dresses when we talk about activewear, but there are a ton of sports like tennis and golf where people wear dresses all the time, or whether you just want to go on a long walk and look cute. So this being said, the best dresses for a pear shape are going to be form-fitting, but are going to be dresses that don't flare out too much. You can go for a more fitted cut or a more flared cut. It just depends on your preference. Just keep in mind that if you are doing something flared, make sure there is not too much extra material, as we talked about for the skirts. Now, in choosing the best necklines for the dress, you want to keep in mind a lot of the tips I told you about looking for tops. So you can go for a square neck, which is going to elongate the upper half of your body, creating the illusion of broader shoulders. Or you can go for a scoop neck, which is really just going to keep your shoulders in the same proportions that they actually are. Or you can even go for a collar, which is a really popular style for tennis and golfing attire. Anything you want to do is really going to be a great option. Just keep in mind the bottom half of the dress and the amount of volume at the bottom. And now we've reached the last portion of the video, which is jackets. And being in Florida, we don't really wear a lot of jackets over sportswear, but depending on where you are, if you're in New York or somewhere colder, it's definitely a must. So when thinking about the best jackets for the pair, you always want to add a bit more interest, color, volume, pattern, and prints to the upper half to balance out with your hips. So some great options are the ultra cropped jacket, which is going to be amazing. It's going to really emphasize your hips while balancing out with your shoulders. But I would definitely avoid any boxy fits. This is just going to be completely unflattering and it's not going to go with the natural curvature of your body. Definitely some styles to try would be voluminous jackets, so anything like a puffer jacket that's really in style now, or even opting for a cropped jacket. And if cropped isn't your thing, you can also go with hip length. I just wouldn't do anything that's too long, that's going to hide and break up your hips too much. So with all these options, there are definitely a lot of great styles to try. If you guys want to know more about your body type and what clothing is going to fit you best, whether it's swimwear, activewear, workwear, you can book your image consultation with me. So you can do that by reaching out and contacting me at concepthree@outlook.com. And there we can go ahead and set up a time for a free preliminary call to learn more about your needs. And then based on what you need, we can go from there. So if you're interested, make sure to reach out and I would absolutely love to help you with your wardrobe needs. So out of all these styles, which one is your favorite? Which ones have you already been wearing? And which ones do you actually want to try? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. I'm curious. And if you like this video and if it really gave you more ideas on what to buy for activewear, make sure to go ahead and click that like button and then also click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. I make videos weekly on fashion, image, and transformation, and I would absolutely love to have you here with me. This being said, thank you guys so much for watching again, and as always, stay safe, stay smart, and stay leveled up. I will see you in my next video. Bye.